All right, peace. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, give honor and praise to the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Yaakov. Give a double honors to 7130 South Chicago that taught me this truth. Give a double honors to all the brothers and sisters that the Creator has walking in these last days. With that being said, peace and shalom. All right, brothers and sisters, I want to talk about an incident that happened a couple of days ago, maybe a week ago. Buckshot being assaulted, in his neighborhood or places where he had property at and things of this nature. So I was listening to some people that was saying, when it first happened, a lot of people was up in arms because we know Buckshot from the group called Black Moon, and also he's a part of the group with his main man, rest in peace, Sean P, called the Boot Camp Clique. And, they made some really nice music. So now Buckshot is much older now. He's, to my knowledge, he owns property and things of this nature. And it was an incident that happened that a young, it sounded like a young individual. He was with his family, and he walked up to Buckshot, videotaping him, calling him a snitch. And Buckshot retaliated, verbally approaching the guy, and they having a back and forth about him being a snitch or whatever. And he took offense to it, and which led to him getting assaulted really bad, where he probably could have lost his life from his injuries. You know what I'm saying? So, things escalated, and like I say, the brother, he could have lost his life from doing this. But I was listening to Doggy Diamonds. I was listening to other people. And I understand where they coming from, that a lot of times you get older, you have to make better decisions in life that is basically going to preserve your life to the best of your ability. But a lot of times, brothers and sisters, it don't always happen that way. It's because at the end of the day, you're a man before you anything. And see, what's wrong with this culture is they can just walk up on people and make certain accusations against them, and there's no repercussions behind those things. When I was a younger guy growing up in the 80s and the 90s, it's just certain things that you didn't do. Now, the young man, I would say both of them, I agree with Doggy Diamonds, that both of them shouldn't have got into this situation. But see, the younger guy, he was wrong because, first of all, you just don't approach a man and then you saying certain things to him that is out of character. And one of the things that is wrong with this younger generation is that there's no consequences for their actions. See, in my time, I'm 48. I thought that Buckshot was a lot older than me, maybe about 3 or 4 years, but I found out he's 49, so he's a year older than me, right? But when we was younger kids, especially in teenage years, you just didn't talk to people like that, because if you say something disrespectful to another man, there was serious consequences that would take place if you did things like this. And really, the young guy, he put his family in harm's way is because what if Buckshot would have been on something, or he could have been very upset when he pulled out his gun and shot him and shot his family. So in both aspects, the young guy put his family in danger by doing that. Now I agree with Doggy Diamonds that Buckshot should have just walked away from the situation. But the one thing that I don't like about these people is that they act like they wasn't in those situations, or they can't easily be put in these situations where you will have to defend your honor, or somebody saying something to you, right, that basically agitates you or something like that. Some people, they just cut from a different cloth, you know what I'm saying? And I believe that the brother is one of them. This is why I'm saying that I agree with Doggy Diamonds, but a lot of times people will say what they wouldn't do in that situation. And a lot of times you don't know what you'll do in a situation like this that is very heated and tempers are flaring, people saying certain things and stuff like that. But Doggy, he did make a good point. He said that sticks and stones, see, may break my bones. You know what I'm saying? Basically, but words should never hurt me. But see, in this situation, brothers and sisters, uh, just like Doggy Diamond said that the young guy, uh, he can say whatever he want to say, Buckshot can say whatever he want to say too. Just like the young guy walked up on him out of nowhere, putting the camera in his face, calling him a snitch, Buckshot can verbally talk back and follow him the same way. See? And this is what people is not looking at. See, just like you can do certain things, I can do them just as well. And the guy was a coward because um, we don't even know really what happened. Was he jumped by multiple people? See, he could have been jumped by multiple people. And this is what a lot of these young guys are doing. See, they too afraid to do something by themselves. So they will have multiple people to jump on you and things of this nature. See, but my thing is this. See, what is going to happen to these individuals that did this to this man? Because regardless of what took place, the young guy was in the wrong. It's because he had no business walking up to him in the first place saying nothing to him, right? What is going to happen to these young men that did this? This is the number one question. Are these guys going to have to pay for the situation that they have did? Because they could have killed this guy. He can say whatever he want to say, just like these young guys can. They can say what they want to say. They can do what they want to do. See? Right? So all of these podcaster guys that's talking about, and then they talking about he's snitching. See, they throw that word around loosely. First of all, according to the reports, he is a property owner. So if you have people that's loitering around your property, you have a right as a civilian or a citizen to call the police. What is he going to do? He's going to go and get some gas, and now you got a lawsuit. So here it is. He's calling the police, and now he's labeled a snitch. See, that's stupid. And this is one of the reasons why our communities is messed up as a people, is because we're too busy trying to be like other folks. See, all this snitching stuff. If I got niggas that's standing in front of my building and they shouldn't be there, or they squatting or doing something like, I'm calling the goddamn police. That's who I'm calling. Because I'm a taxpaying citizen. If I don't want your assets in front of my house, you got to go. See? And if you say something to me, right, you're right. I can't walk away from that. But I have a right as a human being to say whatever I want to say just as well. See? You shouldn't be putting your hands on me. But see, all of these tough guys that run around here and talk about the days when they was younger and all this type of stuff, what are y'all going to do about this situation? A lot of you guys from New York, this guy is an icon in the community. That stuff should not be happening. Whether you call the police or you smack that fool upside the head yourself, justice should be done for this man being brutally, savagely beat outside. See, I want to see because Doggy Diamond got on his podcast a couple of years ago talking about how New York niggas is supposed to carry themselves and things of this nature back and forth. I forgot what the conversation was about, but what are you guys going to do about this situation, right? And irregardless if Buckshot was wrong for following the guy and things of this nature, right? A lot of you guys that's saying this, you probably would have did the same thing. If some booger come up to you out of nowhere and say something to you and put a camera in your face, I guarantee you a lot of you guys would have made the same decision that he would have made. This is why I'm saying I understand where people are coming from. And Buckshot may have done some things in the situation that he shouldn't have done, right? But was it warranted him getting beat up like that? See, was it warranted that? And what is going to happen to these guys after they did this? See, y'all talk about all this street bullshit, but here it is. A guy got his head stomped in, his face crushed in on some street shit. What you street niggas gonna do now? What are you gonna do? This is a celebrity in the community. This is a celebrity, and I don't give a shit if he was a regular person in the community. Don't nobody deserve to be beaten like this. Regardless if he was in certain things he may have done wrong in the situation, he did not put his hands on this guy. So just because you talking to me any type of way I'm talking to you, that warrants you to put your hands on me. I want to see what you old street motherfuckers, what y'all gonna do about this situation. And look, if justice is not done for this young man, I don't care if y'all call the police. But if y'all got this street code where you're not calling the police, you handling situations on your own, I wonder what the fuck y'all gonna do about these people jumping on this guy. And if you don't do nothing about this, I don't want to hear shit else about the street culture, snitching, and all this other bullshit, because y'all are not this guy's friends. So all of you podcast motherfuckers, y'all got all this footage. You need to be trying to find out who did something to this guy. And if you're not doing this, you should not even be talking about this situation, because you're the problem. Shalom.